Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn with Elixir for Tay Games. As always, this is episode 18 of Beyond the Dawn. Spoilers! Anyway, just like last episode, I'm having to re-record over this because the audio broke, unfortunately. If you missed last episode, it sounded a bit like I was talking into an electric fan during my original recording, so I've had to redo it. So here we are. Anyway, what did happen last time, just in case you missed it? It was side quests. It was completely side quests. We collected some clay for Dohalim. Oh goodness, what else did we do? We cleared the area of Zoogle so that a guy could pick flowers. We got information on Nazamil. We started Rinwell's second personal quest, where she wants to try and find jewellery supplies to try and get these two kids to be friends with each other again. It was a lot of looking for materials. Oh, and we helped gather some materials for Kagari, Notio and Mahamar in Thistleum so that they can hopefully make Thistleum into a bit of a resort town. Which, you know what, fair enough, I suppose, increase your tourism and things. Other than that, it was a lot of fighting and item gathering. But it was a pretty chill time. We also caught a glimpse of the plot ahead of us. We did, you might be able to see that mausoleum in the background there. We did approach it last time and saw some fairly shady looking snake eyes standing outside of it. So we're maybe gonna have a chat with them in a little bit. But before we do that, I'm gonna camp. That being said, I went through that a lot more quickly than I must have done the first time because I'm still standing in this one place. So hi, how you doing? I've had to redo this episode. Hooray. How fun. Yeah, oh, I've spoken too quickly. I think that's everything we did last time. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh yeah, today we're gonna go and do plot for a little bit. Spoiler warning, we will end up just doing side quests again. Because you know I can't stick to plot. Yeah, no. We're gonna do a little bit of plot and then we'll head off and do some more side questing. I mostly just wanted to go to the mausoleum to try and find materials for another side quest. Anyway, now we're gonna go and camp. There we go. Finally. I do have notes of like what I basically said, but I don't know.
With battle well waged, only waging of words and a feast remain.
You want dinner? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what we are here for, dinner. I decided to have, I think it was the Eastern rice because it also has dropped items, the drop rate.
That was nothing.
Because I'm still trying to get, what do you call it? Materials! Still.
Come on, Rinwell, up and at 'em.
But I'm still all sleepy.
They're so cute. I really love the conversations when they wake up. It's nice to be able to see some of those actually. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I decided to go and see if I needed any more items, I guess, or weapons? Oh, I think I got a couple of new weapons, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I already have a Bright Angelica for Shion and I forgot that I had it. I don't remember, that might have been when we got the Sovereign and Maiden outfits back because I think Alphen got his Sodale Arthalis at the same time. So Shion's actually already got a better gun than the one that we're using. I just bought a couple of things for the others. It was mostly the Renin weapons actually. Dohalim couldn't have it because I didn't have enough stuff for him, so I just got Columna Passio for him. And Alphen, yeah, I went and checked to see whether I had the sword for him that came with his outfit, Sodale Arthalis.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Is that what it's called? Am I right? I don't know, we'll find out. Yeah, so I've had Shion and the cannon the whole time, which should have been on that. Yeah, Sodale Arthalis. Yeah, because the outfit that he wears is the Gam Arthalis. See, we're learning here today. But the Sodale Lem Regis is actually better than what he had, so I just bought that as well. Yeah, I have so much gold, I might as well spend it on things, you know? I didn't make any accessories, and I think my ranch wasn't available yet. But I did go in and decide to do my SP because I had 10,000 SP. Now I have cut most of this out because I spent a little while on it. I was going through things very quickly, just picking them at random. The most I was aware of was that I was picking a lot of overlimit extension things for law and like easier overlimit things. Just to make it a bit more fun, I suppose. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go talk to these snake eyes, shall we?
The snake eyes. What are they doing here? And those masks.
Wait.
Almost no response. Just like the people in Niez. It must be the masks, right?
Most likely. The Snake Eyes want Renins in power again. Normally they'd have attacked us or called for backup by now.
And the masks are powerful enough to pacify even them. What has Nazamil started?
I don't know. But we don't have enough information to speculate. I see what looks to be a mausoleum. Not a bad place to use as a base.
Let's hope Nazamil is there too. Come on.
Nazamil, now! Hurry up and kill him now!
The great and terrible Waterlord relying on the strength of another? How utterly pathetic.
What the hell have I been keeping you for all this time? Do something, Nazamil! Now!
Someone who clings to others' strength is not qualified to wield power, or reap its benefits. Die.
It is just for the strong to dominate over those who are weaker. Being different is meaningless in the face of sheer power. And yet, the one who taught me that still died in the end. The truth is that people will always doubt, hate, and reject anything that's different, including me.
We're investigating the mausoleum, aren't we? Let's go!
Poor Nazamil. She had to watch her dad get murdered in front of her. Also, these snake eyes are being creepy and barely saying anything. Well, not saying anything. Yeah, no, I feel really bad for Nazamil. They do.
Yes, we can take this?
They do a good job of showing us a lot of, like, her pain and things that she's been through. I'm not going to say too much more about my thoughts on her just yet, though. Because there's still plot to go. And even though I have finished the game by now, at this point I have not, so... Oh yeah, so I thought that maybe the items that I needed might drop in the mausoleum, so I went into the mausoleum. You know, as you do, just to see. It's very cool. I like the way that they've designed this. It's just really cool. I also really like the music they use for the mausoleums. Mausoleum of the Jungle. As you can really see from all the vegetation taking it over. It's so cool.
Is it okay for us to just ignore those snake eyes?
It doesn't seem like they're aware of us, so I think it should be okay.
They better not suddenly jump out from behind us or anything.
Why would you say something like that?
I love them so much. But no, the way that they designed this dungeon is actually really cool. There's a teleporter there that we can use.
There's a teleporter.
It'd be a lot easier if we could jump straight to the inner area.
Yeah, but then it would be far too easy and it wouldn't be a dungeon, so we have to run through it instead. That looks like somewhere where a core or something might have been. It reminds me of the bit where they kept the master cores, actually. This up here looks like a place that we can jump down from later on. Actually, I'm just noticing those cables as well. Ooh. They do remind, they're very Helganquil. They remind me of like the wedge and that place where they used to do the spirit channeling ceremony as well. Oh, that's cool. The way that they do the design for the places in this game is so cool. Like I have the art book, and it's always so impressive to see just how much detail they put into everything. The door's tightly shut.
So there are some doors even Alphen can't open.
Oh well, let's find another way.
Unfortunately, he's not a skeleton key. Yeah, oops. Oh well. Even the blazing sword can't do everything. Oh, poor Alphen. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna do a little bit of exploring, see if we can find some Zoogles. And again, the design, it's so cool because it's really incorporating like debris and destruction and also the jungle itself. And then as we get into this next area, it gets even cooler.
This wall's damaged and connects to a cave. We can use this to get further inside.
I wonder if we can get back to the mausoleum.
There seem to be damaged areas throughout the complex. Let's hope they're connected to one another.
And hope we shall. But you might already be able to tell from some of the crystals here just what this place might lead to. But it's actually part of the limestone cavern that we went to for one of the side quests in the main game. Yeah, Untamable Rage. Oh, goodness, I love this place. I love that like the mausoleum's connected with the caverns and that they used that to intertwine the two dungeons. It's such a cool idea. Like seriously, this design is so good. Oh man, and honestly, it's a good way to reuse assets and things. Like I think they did a very good job with it because it just makes so much sense.
There are Zoogles in here too.
Much like those outside, they don't seem to be controlled in any way.
So they are strays, I suppose. Look at that, it's a weird dog. Just doing a moonwalk or something? What are you doing? Walking in place. Oh well, we're gonna fight them. Cursed assassin wolf.
Out of our way!
Yeah, I guess one of the disappointing things about this DLC is that like the enemy designs are just basically the same but like with a couple of new skins, but also I wasn't expecting any new ones considering that's what it's like in the game itself. I think I can understand why they do it because they must have had to use so many assets already and it makes sense that they would have a limited amount of Zoogles and that they would just like change them depending on the climate. I don't know, I think it works for world building.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Good for you, Law. Anyway, we're level 83.
Those bombs of yours are amazing.
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
That's this episode. Ignore me. Ignore what I'm saying. It's later this episode. But maybe keep an eye on my level, I suppose. I didn't think I was level 83 at this point.
How'd the Cal Basal guys get through here without being attacked by the Zoogles?
Maybe there's a safer path. Like that door we couldn't open earlier.
Yeah, it's later this episode. I got confused. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Yeah, the Cal Basal guys are quite interesting. Like, especially seeing the snake eyes again was like, oh, okay, hello there. That's where you've been hiding out, I guess. Yeah, I'm glad that they kept using the snake eyes actually, because they're so interesting as enemies.
Hi, Hoodle.
Like, it just makes sense that they would still be around in the world, because most people who chose to be snake eyes, like chose specifically, clearly believed in what Ganabelt was teaching and things. Even Danans might have been like that as well.
You alright? Let me handle this one.
I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, they're sweet. Yeah, because like Law obviously is an example of a snake eye who didn't want to be a snake eye, he was forced into it. But there must have been ones in there that actually believe in the kind of thing.
I'm glad to know someone's got my back.
Like, honestly, it does harken back to, I don't remember what you call them, but the sorts of camps and things where they teach you certain ideologies. There's this radicalization at its finest.
Outstanding form.
And I can absolutely believe that would happen with some of the people in the Snake Eyes as well. It's interesting to think about. Demon's Descent! Oh, I love them.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
And yeah, it's still not what we need. And so I continue on into the dungeon. Yeah, level 83, dang. I did level up quite a bit, huh?
I'll do my best. I'm on it.
So these things I thought might drop what I need. Because I'm pretty sure it was a boar Zoogle and a simian Zoogle that are supposed to drop what I need. But again, I was having issues with getting anything to drop. Oh jeez. Oh, and lost an over limit. Yeah, we're really hydrating here.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
The unfortunate thing is that the bitrate really suffered whenever that happened. Oh.
One deadly strike, just as ordered.
I love him. Anyway, we continue through the dungeon ever so slightly. I think. I'm sure I went to this next room. Oh, I did. Yes. Yeah. Again, the design of these places is so freaking cool, man. Oh, I love it. So we're in another hallway to the lower surface concretion area. Yeah, the hallways and everything, they're very, very Helganquil, very Forbidden Zone. Very Renin, I suppose. Again, the design elements are very cool. And that's back to the entrance as well. I just really love how they design everything and how they incorporate the sorts of architecture that are different between the Danon and Renin architecture and the Helganquil architecture as well. So freaking cool.
I wonder if we can use this.
Like they did such great world building with this game, man. And down there, I don't know if you can see it, that's a chest. But yeah, that's the place where we could have dropped down to earlier. Well, we saw it from the bottom floor. This is me deciding whether or not to go down there, I suppose. And then I did, to get the chest. Yeah. And they gave us an astral flower, which is them being very nice to us. Alright. Yeah, I believe this is when I decided, actually, you know what? I don't want to go too far into the mausoleum. I'm just going to leave. I gave up very quickly. Oh, I actually got as far as going that way. Huh. How far did I get before I gave up? Did I get into the next area? I did. I went to the next area and then I gave up. It's very soon that I give up. I think because I know that the dungeon is going to be pretty big, I just decided, you know, actually... Oh yeah, and also the wedding side quest is available again. The next part of it. So I decided, you know what? I want to do side quests. I don't want to do main plot. So I left, which might seem like a disappointment, but I'm kind of glad I did because I'm having to re-record over this episode. So at least I'm not having to lose all of my original reactions to plot stuff. I can just do side quest stuff instead. Although it is a bit of a shame that I lost that as well, but c'est la vie.
You finally made it.
So yeah, I decided to just buy the items that I needed. Again, I didn't want to at first because it feels like just buying the end of the side quest, but also I didn't want to miss anything. And I was having that much issue getting things to drop as well. So I just bought what I needed, which cost, I don't know, like 80,000 gold altogether. It was a lot. Yeah, 57,500 for the blistering fangs.
Those are all the materials we need for the necklaces.
Let's take everything back so she can get started.
Did we really just spend that much money?
And Kisara's not very happy with us. Oops. Oh well, sorry Kisara. And then we're gonna grab Punisher's Vambrace, 3 of which. Yeah, so, yeah, like 90,000 almost, I think, gold. Or just over 90,000 gold. for 2 side quests. Oh well, it's fine. Honestly, I don't mind that I did this. It's fine.
I think that's everything we need.
Then let's return to Avakir.
You can never
Hold on.
be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Have to let Kisara tell us off. It's only natural, you know, after doing something like that. So I decided to do the end of the Avakir and Faria side quest first. The Condenser side quest. Basically, we were trying to get materials to make an instrument that could be played at a concert.
We finally made it.
To try and bring the Danon and Renan citizens of Pelagian together. So let's go and finish this side quest off.
How's this?
I'm quite sure we gathered all the materials needed to create instruments. Yes, that's definitely enough. And the quality is good too. I'm sure we can make fine instruments.
Are you guys making them yourselves?
No, we're going to look for people who can help us. It's going to be quite a task, so the more hands, the better. And when we go around to ask for help, we're thinking about also telling them about the concert.
Okay.
Music appeals to the heart and soul. That goes for Renans and Danons alike.
Sure.
Yes, if we can use the power of music to enrich everyone's hearts, I'd like to believe they'll stop quarreling. It may take some time, but we're going to do what we can to make the concert happen.
Yeah! Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
By the way, Faria and I were just talking about first doing a street concert with just us. Interesting. In that case, there will surely be some Danons who are interested, not only Renans. And some will learn the joy of playing music, as we once did.
Doe.
With your abilities, I'm sure that's possible. I'd also like to hear you play after so long.
Doe. Say, Doe, I was wondering if you could join us in the street performance.
Do you think I could join you?
We know very well how much you appreciated the time you spent with us. So I would love to perform with you again, just like we did back then. Nice! That's a great idea! I'd like to hear you play too, Dohalim.
Doe.
What about it, Doe? Will you play with us once again? Very well. I'd love to join in when I have time.
Yeah. Okay, that's a promise, Doe. Yay, Danon concert reconstruction is done.
Such a nice quest. Oh, it's so cool that they get to play together again.
You must be excited to play music with your friends again.
It's an opportunity I never thought I would have.
I think it's because you were finally able to talk openly with her.
I would be overjoyed if our relationship could return to the way it once was.
And I'm sure it will. Oh, goodness, I love them. Preparations for the street performance are going well. More people are offering to help out.
The power of music is truly amazing. We need to work harder to bring the people of the city together.
Yes, and I'm sure that they can do it.
I've been telling people how amazing Lord Dohalim is for the past 2 years. I think those efforts are paying off somehow. No, this isn't a misunderstanding.
I'm sure it's not. Yeah, I just decided to chat with her, I guess. You might be able to see there is a side quest over there as well that just popped up. That's new.
So what's going on around here?
Might as well do that.
There might be someone who could use our help.
You know, while we're in the area.
Oh? This man looks like he wants to talk to you, Dohalim. Maybe you should hear him out?
Indeed. You there, do you need something from me? Lord Dohalim! Allow me to make a suggestion. Pelagian is in a very dangerous situation right now.
What?
What do you mean? Tell me the details. I mean, I think Pelagian is a great city. They all accepted us who came from Lenegus. But the Renans who live here rely on aid for everything. We hardly have any industries or anything to make for ourselves. I don't think it's good for things to continue like this. The Renans in this city need a more stable foundation.
I see.
Well, it's reassuring to hear how concerned you are about the future of your fellow compatriots. Thank you. But I don't yet know exactly what to do.
Right. This is an issue that involves all the Renans who live here. One person alone cannot solve it.
That's true. I talked to some other Renans, but they didn't feel the same as me.
Good.
A year is too short to change people's values, but your words have impressed me greatly. Will people come around eventually? Right now everyone just complains about being forced out of Lenegus. No matter what I say, people just get mad and tell me not to act out of place and make things hard on them. They don't even try to understand.
Well?
A new approach has finally emerged from the Renans, and I very much wish to help. What do you think? Yeah, we're gonna help him.
Yeah.
Yes, let's help him out.
Good.
But nothing will change if I'm the one who acts. I wonder how we could change the mindsets of Renans and get more people to sympathize with him.
So instead of getting personally involved, you want to find others who will work with him.
That would be great. Having no one to even bounce ideas off of is the worst. Alright, we'll try to find some like-minded people for you. Wait a little longer. Alright, kindling the flames of change reconstruction. We're doing pretty well in reconstructing the Legion over here. Oh goodness. So we have to speak to the disgruntled Renan woman. And I think we just spoke to the beleaguered Renan man.
Give me a break.
All the Renans around here just complain about their lives. I can't believe I have to live with dead and stuff like that.
Oh?
And you're not like that? I thought like that at first, but a whole year has passed and I'm tired of complaining.
Is that so?
When you get tired of the day-to-day, you start wanting to try something new. Is that it?
Sure.
Yes, exactly. So recently I started weaving carpets made of cheap Zoogle fur to distract myself. I never did any weaving when I was in Lenegus, but once I started, it was pretty fun.
Well,
actually, there's someone in Pelagian who wants to create new specialty products for the area. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Huh? Like my carpets could be a famous local product?
Quite so. Carpets made of Zoogle fur. Sounds like a very novel idea to me. I'd personally like to see the carpets that you weave. I'm sure others feel the same way too.
I'm honored that you would say so. Sure, I'd love to take part.
good.
We will tell him as much. Thank you for your cooperation.
There are more people willing to help than I had anticipated. The outlook is good.
You've got a way with words, Dohalim. If it was anyone else, half these people wouldn't be here.
This is very true. He's very persuasive.
Some Danans might use the carpets I weave, right? Cold is cold, whether Danan or Renan.
See, this Renan lady, she seems very good. Like, I don't know.
What?
Oh, Lord Dohalim, it's you.
Hello.
How have things been lately? Pretty rough. There aren't many places in this city for Renans to work. There are a lot of highly skilled young Renan engineers, but their abilities are going to waste. True, there certainly aren't as many places using Renan technology here as in Lenegus. Couldn't you create a place to put their strengths to use, my lord?
Hey!
If you know what the problem is, maybe you should act on your own instead of leaving it to other people.
But I can't just take action without an order for Lord Dohalim. Come now, calm yourself. I fully understand everything you've said. However, we do not live in Lenegus anymore. We need to find a way to make our lives fuller where they are now. Right.
Well?
You say that engineers have nothing to do. Perhaps we need a system for dispatching them to other cities. Then they can find work and life for the Renans will gradually improve. I see. Considering our lives in this world moving forward, that does seem necessary.
Oh.
You are perceptive to have recognized the problem. Actually, there are some young Renans trying to kickstart industries in the city at the moment. They need the insight of someone older and wiser. Someone like you. Think you could lend a hand? Lord Dohalim requires my assistance? I'd be overjoyed to help. Needed a bit of persuasion, but there we are.
I tried to rally some support by myself, but no luck. You have a real knack for it.
I find it is vital to first acknowledge others' opinions and strengths. If you focus on only what you need, no one will wish to aid you.
I see. I'll try that next time.
It's some good advice there. I can't believe Lord Dohalim would come and personally ask for my help. I promise I won't let you down. I will revitalize the city with my wisdom. It's difficult to keep up with all these. How fast was I talking when I first recorded this? Okay. One more to go, I think. Maybe. I just want to go back to Lenegus. I can't believe my home, my amazing home, doesn't even exist anymore.
What makes you think Lenegus was so great?
Everything in Dana is so weird and ugly. Things were so much more sophisticated in Lenegus. You could buy stylish clothes, and the city was clean and functional, and the food was delicious too.
Yeah.
You're definitely right about that.
Why, you?
But there's nothing here but hideous Danon-style stuff. I can't believe I have to keep living in a place like this. My life is over.
Enough.
Now I cannot let that pass. Dana has more beauty than you'll ever be able to savor in a lifetime.
Hey.
Say, if you're so frustrated, why don't you create something yourself?
Me? Create something?
Yes.
You seem to be pretty confident in your taste. I think it's worth a try. What if you could make clothing superior to what you had in Lenegus? Ever considered that?
Yes!
That's something I never thought about.
I know how important it is to be fashionable, so if you're up for the challenge, I'm happy to help.
If you're interested, there happens to be a gathering of those who would like to try such things. That might be interesting. Let me think about it. Another one down.
You did well back there, Shion. Your technique has improved.
I followed your advice from earlier, and it worked just like you said. But it still feels strange to me. Speaking directly and getting right to the point has always been more my style.
She has been quite blunt in the past. I think she did well there, though. Probably because they both have an interest in fashion. Making something myself sounds like a pain, but it might be a good opportunity to put my good taste to use. He's very proud of his taste, huh? Oh, goodness. Alright, let's go back to the original guy. If I can remember his voice, jeez.
Hello.
I've gone about town and approached those who may wish to join you. Really? I didn't know there were such people in this city. It's up to you to speak with them and begin the groundwork for future infrastructure. I'm honored by your words, Lord Dohalim. But I wonder if we can really do such a thing.
Oh?
We've come all this way and now you're not so sure anymore?
It's not that. It's just no one's ever done this before.
I remember there was a Danon who was trying to sell paintings and dolls of Zoogles around here.
What? Even Danons were trying to do something like that?
Yes.
She was crazy about boomies. She was adamant that she'd make them the star Zoogles in town.
My Renin pride won't allow me to fail. I have to think of something better than them. That's the spirit. I wish you luck.
The truth is, it would have been better if Renins and Danons worked together.
There may still be psychological resistance to an equal relationship. For now, they should slowly compromise through healthy competition.
I hope the Renins who live here find a new way to enjoy their lives in the new world.
I found hope in what I saw today. I'm sure they'll be able to stand on their own 2 feet in time.
I think so too.
Bit late for that, but that's fine. We did it! That was pretty easy for it being a side quest where we just talk to people. It was good though.
Your method is effective as well. You're better at winning hearts and minds than you give yourself credit for.
Thanks. Coming from you, that does give me a little more confidence. Wait a minute. You just used your method on me. Wow, you are good at this.
It really is something to behold. Only problem is, he does it without realizing.
All I did was speak honestly.
But maybe that's what captures people so much, is that he's being honest. Oh, hello.
Some of my friends are following the Danon's example and trying to figure out what they can contribute. It's hard to get motivated alone, but with friends it's a different story. I'm grateful for that.
Yay! They're doing stuff. Yeah, no, it was nice to see some more of Shion and Dohalim interacting as well. I feel like we don't see that very much. But it was nice to see the two of them, especially since they two are Renins, so they can talk about the similarities and things that they know from experience. Anyway, before anything else, we have a skit here. Poem of Exasperation.
Dohalim, I've been thinking about how you've been bringing together the refugees from Lenegus all by yourself. It's incredible.
Right? It sounds like you've got a lot to deal with, but I never hear you complaining. Way to go, man!
Each thoroughfare is a river. The aimless wanderers, it's flotsam. The rapids become deafening in their ceaseless roar.
What are you talking about? Is there a dangerous river in Pelesian or something?
No, that was Dohalim's somewhat idiosyncratic way of complaining.
Huh? Which part?
The deafening rapids represent the troubled voices of the people here. He has to listen to their woes every single day, so I suppose he must get tired after a while.
Okay. Though, to be honest, even with it explained, I'm still not sure I really get it.
My hand extended to carry any burden, receiving but pebbles.
He wants to help them solve their problems, so he listens to their concerns, but they only ever bring him small, trivial matters.
How did you get all of that?
Suspended outside your window, sunlight caught on sodden shadows. 'Tis no cause for shame.
Wow, it sounds so mysterious. What's this one about, Kisara?
In this case, the sodden shadows would be laundry. One of the Renans must have complained about wet clothing that some Danon hung out to dry. He's expressing the frustration he feels at having to listen to such petty grievances all the time.
Yes, your inferences are correct. As a man in my position, I find it difficult to speak my mind. Looking back, my achievements in Menancia truly would have been impossible were it not for your assistance. I find I am quite inadequate on my own.
Dohalim, you're a hard worker. You should be proud of that. I'd be glad to lend an ear to your complaints anytime.
Great courage is needed to travel the long road ahead. You, as ever, are my courage.
Dohalim, yes, let's continue to travel it together.
I don't think I need that one explained to me.
I still don't get it.
That's a cute skit. I love that Dohalim and Kisara support each other so much. Kisara being able to read him so easily as well. It's very sweet, although I was slightly frustrated about the fact that Law didn't get it there. Like, I feel like that was obvious at the end there, right? Maybe he was just thinking too hard on the other ones, I don't know. Anyway. Oh goodness, yeah. No, I'm glad we're getting these little moments. Dohalim and Kisara were treated so well in this DLC. My daughter's been playing with a Danon. Why a Danon of all people? I'm worried. But look at them, they're having a great time. Anyway, let's go and finish Redwell's quest, shall we? Now that we can.
Excuse me. If you've got something to say, then say it already. I'm sure you're just gonna make fun of me like everyone else.
Great, you're both here. Got a minute? I just found some pretty materials. Think you could use these to make accessories?
Oh? Wow! I've never seen anything like this. I can make a nice necklace or even earrings with this stuff.
But hey, I don't know much about those kinds of crafts. Do you think you could teach me sometime?
What? I don't know about that.
You sure? I heard you've got a knack for that kind of thing.
Fine. I guess I could show you a thing or two.
Thank you. Oh, can this girl join us? The more the merrier, right?
Fine, whatever. None of the Renans ever had anything nice to say about my necklaces, though.
Listen, I'm sorry about before. I only brought up magic because I wanted to be friends. I don't know anything about making necklaces, so can you show me? And will you be my friend?
Okay, and I'm sorry too.
Looks like they've made up.
Yeah, the two of them always wanted to be friends. So I hope they keep getting along. Oh, right. There's something I'd like to say to you two. Is that okay? The world is full of all kinds of people. Everyone has their talents and shortcomings. But there's more to them than that. Whether they're Danon or Renan, if people can work together to appreciate each other's differences, the world will be a better place.
Oh, I see. I don't really know about that yet.
It's okay. I've been figuring it out little by little myself.
Alright then. I'll teach you how to make cute necklaces, just like me.
Right now? Sorry, I appreciate the offer, but I'm kind of busy at the moment. But the two of you should just go ahead and make them without me.
Got it. Thank you, miss.
Such a sweet side quest.
That went well. They're getting along and even included you in their new circle of friends.
Oh, stop it. You'll make me blush. But seeing the two of them made me realize I really want to get close with Nazamil. Not just as an adventuring partner, but as a true friend.
I'm sure you can do just that.
Oh, friends someday. That was such a sweet side quest. I love that for you, Rinwell. Oh.
Good job, Rinwell. Sounds like those two were able to make up thanks to you.
Yeah, it looks like they were able to clear up their misunderstanding with each other. I hope they can become good friends.
I hope so too. But what if something goes wrong and they get in another fight?
Shion?
I'm sorry. It's just... I can't stop thinking about it. What's to keep the same thing from happening all over again?
Shion, don't worry. Working through their differences is how kids learn to understand each other and become closer friends.
She's right. Kids may fight a lot, but they usually make up quickly.
I see. I guess you would know better. I never had those kinds of experiences.
But you and I were like that too, weren't we, Shion? We clashed with each other sometimes, but we also talked a lot. And in the end, that's how the two of us became friends, right? So if we could do it, I'm sure those kids will be just fine.
Rinwell. Yeah, you're right. If you believe in them, then I'm sure they'll be okay too.
Oh, but you know, the only reason I feel that way now is because I had the chance to become friends with you, Shion. It was only because of you that I was able to help those kids make up with each other. So, thank you, Shion. I'm really glad we became friends.
Yeah, same here, Rinwell. I'm so grateful I get to have a friend like you.
I love them so much. I love them so much. Okay, we got the Invocation Essence, a testament proving Rinwell has completely mastered her traits and surpassed her previous limits. She has grown so much. I love her friendship with Shion. Oh, I love her!
I think this event shows just how much Rinwell has grown.
I agree. She's come a long way from when we first met.
Chisora, I'm not done growing either. There's no way Rinwell will end up taller than me, right?
That's not the kind of growth we're talking about.
Though your dignity shrinks by the day, Law.
Okay, I have something to complain about here. So, man, they kind of made Law a bit stupider. Well, I feel that way, but at the same time, I think personally, what frustrated me most with the side quest is the fact that Law, at the end of the day, at the end of this important side quest for Rinwell, all he says is a really dumb comment, when really it would have been a great opportunity for him to say something nice about Rinwell's development. I don't know, like, he didn't say anything at the end of her other side quest either. Like, it just would have made sense, right? But no, instead we get him being dumb. Sorry, I didn't read that dialogue there. I was too busy ranting. But it was such a nice side quest though. I love how much Rinwell developed in the game. Anyway, we're gonna go and do the wedding side quest now. So I'll shut up for a minute while they talk. I really like the wedding side quest. It's a lot of fun. And I'm glad it's voiced, because there's some really good voice acting for it.
All right, let's get back to gathering info on wedding ceremonies. You and Rinwell looked into flowers, right? So what's next on the docket?
I'm thinking food should be next. The food at Kagari's wedding was really amazing. I still remember it.
That's so. Hey, didn't I hear something real similar from Shion? That was close. I almost let something slip.
I don't know anything about that. I just have an interest in wedding foods. What should be served, how it should be prepared, stuff like that. I just want to learn.
True, you can't just serve anything you want that tastes good. If you served hot dogs at a wedding, people would riot.
Yeah, wedding food should be a treat for the guests. So I'm sure Danins and Renins will each prefer different things.
Let's start by looking into the Renin side.
Yeah, I agree. We can begin by asking Dohalim.
Sorry. Dohalim's on Shion distraction duty. I'm doing my best to keep her in the dark too, so we've got to be sure she doesn't overhear us.
I see. In that case, maybe Dohalim's friends Avakir and Faria can help us out.
Those two that were on Lenegus. They're over in Pelagian now, right? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Let's go see them and see what they have to say.
Alright, Shion's diary has been added, and we've got a Feast of Blessings, quest with the himbos, as I wrote in my notes. Oh, jeez.
Dinner at a wedding reception. What would you pick for the menu, Law?
I'd want a bunch of tasty meat. Just pile my plate with meat, and I'll be happy as a clam.
I should have known you'd say that. And I imagine you're not the only one who feels that way.
Right? But since it's a fancy shindig, I guess you probably need some fancy food, too.
True. I hope Avakir and Faria can give me some good suggestions.
Besides that, I'm sure if Law organised the menu at his own wedding, then he'd probably get in trouble with his partner, but you know.
Oh, Law, thanks for saving Wilbur the other day. Me and Wilbur are going out again soon. Want to come with us?
No, we're good, thank you, lady. I do like that they've got all these little connecting dialogues, though. Oh, I wish I had checked them out more. Anyway.
Law is acting weird. Law told me to give him and Alvin space when they're talking. Apparently, they're discussing something really serious and important. Sounds suspicious to me. Very suspicious. A little too suspicious.
I wonder what it could be.
I swear, Law was grinning more than usual. He must be up to something. He's not good at hiding things. I wish Alvin wasn't mixed up in it, though. He's a bit of a softie, so I'm worried. Maybe I should just keep an eye on things.
It's cute how worried she is for him. I do feel bad that we're keeping all of this for Michonne. Oh, it's such a fun side quest, though. Like... Oh, I'm sad it's DLC, actually. Like, I take it that you have to actually buy it otherwise, which is a little bit sad. I just got it with my pre-order.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Anyway, we're gonna go and speak to Avakir and Faria. See what they say about weddings. Was I talking about something here? I actually have no idea what I was talking about here. Well, we're gonna talk to Avakir and Faria.
I know it's sudden, but Dohalim's busy, so we were hoping the two of you could tell us a bit about Renan Customs.
I'm surprised you'd come to us, but we'd be happy to help out a friend of Dome's. Huh. I didn't know weddings were popular here. They're a custom that goes way back on Rena.
What kind of food do you serve at Renan weddings?
Let's see. For the guests... Oh, you've got to have a huge cake.
The bride and groom cut the cake together in front of all the guests, then feed each other a slice.
They feed each other? I'd be too embarrassed to do something like that.
Wait, Alvin, are you asking about weddings to prepare for your own? In that case, you've got to make sure your partner has a say. But I guess that would be tough if you want to make it a surprise.
No. I'm just curious, so I'm doing some research. I'm not keeping this a secret because I want to surprise someone. I'm just not familiar with the customs and want to learn.
I see. Seeking knowledge on subjects out of your wheelhouse is a noble pursuit.
You've taught us a lot. Thanks, Avakir. Thanks, Faria.
Now that we've learned about Renan customs, why don't we ask someone about the Danon ones?
Sure, but who should we ask? I guess we could start by going to see Doc.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Uzlebek. Does Doc's knowledge include weddings and food and stuff like that too?
I'm not sure. But the more I think about it, I suppose those aren't really his areas of expertise. I guess I might have a bad habit of turning to Doc whenever I have a problem.
You must really trust him. It's good to have someone like that when you're lost or confused. And he clearly doesn't mind.
This is very true.
And here I thought Alvin was secretly making wedding preparations to surprise a certain someone. Guess I was wrong. That's too bad.
I'm sure you'd like that kind of elaborate plan, but they're not for everyone.
Yeah, you're right. But if there's anything else we can do to help, don't hesitate to ask.
Don't worry, Alpha's just a bit misguided. He'll get there eventually. Oh, I like that we're going to go and ask Doc about it, though. He's been a good source of help for Alfred. Although I do think this would have been a good opportunity to speak about, I don't know, Zephyr and his wife, who, you know, are married. You would think Law would maybe know something about it, but I guess he doesn't.
We've reached our destination.
They really should have talked about this, though. Well, it's fine. We're gonna go and talk to Doc instead. I don't know. Maybe like Nath or someone would know about Zephyr and his wife. Maybe. I don't know how old Nath is actually.
Hey, Doc. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Weddings? I don't even know what that is. let alone what kind of food you should serve. Calaglio was poor, and we couldn't even afford to think about stuff like that when we were slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I've heard of weddings. There's ceremonies for people that are getting married, right?
Married, you say? Alphen, you thinking of settling down?
It's more that I haven't thought about it enough, so I want to prepare a little for when the time comes.
I was all prepared to take a parental role and give you my blessing, but you're not tying the knot? You know, Alphen, you really haven't changed at all.
Maybe not. There's still a lot I don't know. So much I have to learn.
So if Doc doesn't know anything, what now? I can't think of anyone else who might know about weddings.
Do you know anyone who's done that marriage ceremony? If you do, maybe you could ask them.
Oh, right! We do know one couple.
Kagari and Notio. Of course, why didn't I think of asking them? We attended their wedding, and theirs is the one that set off this whole wedding craze to begin with. They're the perfect pair for us to talk to.
Then our next destination is set. I'm sure they'll have all kinds of useful information.
Seems like everything's settled here then.
Good luck, Alphen!
Shio's diary's been added. It does make a lot of sense to actually go and talk to the people who've been married.
Next, we should go to Kagari and Notio's place. Let's head to Thistleum.
They sure get along well. Like they're in their own little world together.
Well, they're married, so that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, for them. But it's hard to know how to respond when they're acting like that.
This is very true.
I should probably prepare some words to say for when you do decide to get hitched. Alphen, I wish you a lifetime of happiness. Nah, too cliche. Treasure your bride and your new life together. Yeah, that's better.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself, Doc. I'm sure Alphen will let us know when he's ready to do that.
I'm sure he will. It's so sweet that Doc was willing to give a blessing, though. Like, that's so sweet. Alphen has a sort of parental figure, and that's just really nice for him. Oh. So we're gonna go and speak to the saccharine sweet couple, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose the thing with Calaglia as well is that people maybe just called themselves married without
That was
having
quite the little adventure we went on.
wedding ceremonies. Maybe just exchanged like the promise of marriage.
Oh my, hello. Are you here for Notio? Or did you come to see me?
Both of you, actually. Can we ask you some questions about wedding ceremonies?
Of course. It would be our pleasure. Our wedding ceremony is one of my most important memories with my beloved Kagari. Ask us anything.
What should we talk about first? How about the day I decided to marry my sweet Notio?
Sorry. Maybe we can get to that later. For now, I want to know about the food.
See, I'm currently gathering information on food that's served at weddings. What kinds of dishes guests will enjoy, that kind of thing. You two have experience, so I was hoping you could share your insights.
Of course. We'd be happy to. Our ceremony was very simple, but we did it our way.
We didn't worry too much about Danon or Renan traditions. We decided to do whatever made us happy.
It's the thought that counts, after all. I think you should prepare whatever the couple wants to eat, or something they want their guests to eat.
The thought that counts. Taking care of your guests, you mean? Thank you. That's helpful.
Oh, and we prepared dishes with ingredients that are said to be auspicious.
Since everyone came all the way just for us, we wanted our guests to feel happy too.
Everyone who attended seemed to enjoy it, so I recommend doing the same.
But gathering everything was quite an ordeal. Remember, Notio? We were only able to serve what we did through sheer luck.
What do you mean by sheer luck?
The merchant we talked to said it was a miracle he got everything, and that he'd never be able to manage it again.
Wow, it's that much trouble. And it may be tough to procure those kinds of ingredients. If that's the case, we should try to gather everything ourselves and see what we can do.
You want to gather things now? Even though you're not getting married yet?
Yeah, I want to make sure I know how to get what I need. I want all my bases covered.
Okay. You sure put your all into things you're serious about, huh, Alvin?
I appreciate your help, Law. So, what kinds of auspicious ingredients should we go after?
Sea bream is a high-class fish with an elegant taste,
So it's often seen in celebratory meals in Thistleum.
They also said something about lemons bringing good luck. I don't know why, but they said it'll keep you from catching a cold.
Where I'm from, we eat rat pig meat on special occasions. It's supposed to be good for your health.
Sounds like certain ingredients carry special meaning. We'll see what we can scrounge up. Oh, wait. I already have the ingredients you just mentioned.
This is what we were after, right?
You've already got some auspicious ingredients. And I went on and on about how hard it'd be to get them. Seems I was wasting my breath.
It definitely wasn't easy.
Okay. I think we got a handle on how to gather what we need. We should be able to lend a hand next time someone's having a ceremony. I also know what to do to prepare for my own wedding. If I ever have one, I mean.
How about that? I think we got some good info.
If you're doing all this to prepare for your own wedding, you should fully understand what your partner wants before planning the menu.
What my partner wants?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
It's not like that, Kagari. But people keep telling me the same thing. To take my partner's wishes into consideration. But...
So you're doing research to understand what you want for yourself. I think that's wonderful too.
I accidentally skipped a line there, sorry.
Some people are satisfied as long as they end up married and don't do any planning at all. Those kinds of people are the worst.
Yeah, that was a close one.
We got some great advice. So I think that should about do it for our culinary investigation.
I feel like there was some other auspicious food, but I can't recall what it was.
What? There's more?
I'm sorry, but I'm sure there was some delicious and auspicious food that both Renans and Danans enjoy. It was the hardest one to get our hands on. Someone knowledgeable about gourmet should know what it is.
Well, now that's got me curious. We've already come this far. We should try to gather some ingredients.
Man, I knew you'd say that. But how are we supposed to do that when we don't even know what you want? Maybe that old man will know. You know, the one traveling around in search of fine delicacies?
Gourdeno. He's definitely the perfect person to ask.
I know, right? Let's go talk to him next.
Thanks for all the help, both of you.
I hope what we shared was useful.
I'm sure it will be eventually.
I wonder where our old foodie friend is now.
We'll probably run into him if we go somewhere famous for its food, right?
I hope he hasn't collapsed again while searching for his next culinary obsession.
Hey, any excuse to see Gourdeno is fine with me.
We were only able to be of any help thanks to you, Kagari. You're the best.
Oh, no, Tio. It's all thanks to you. You're the best.
They're so in love with each other. It's very sweet. Okay, now we're gonna go and read Shion's diary, because I forgot to. Hopefully I'm just overthinking things. Seems like Alfin and Doc were having a really deep conversation. Maybe Law wasn't joking about discussing something serious with Alfin and this is somehow related? But when I tried to ask what they were talking about, Dohalim stopped me, so I never found out. I asked him, do you think Law's planning something? He's acting so strange. But Dohalim sidestepped the question and said, isn't Law's behavior always a little strange? Law is obviously acting suspicious, and Dohalim is trying to throw me off the tail. Come to think of it, Kisara was acting strange too, and I feel like Alfin and Ridwell kept glancing over at me. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I feel like everyone except me is involved in some kind of discussion. I can't help but think, maybe, just maybe, they found out about that. What could that be? Who knows? This is a fun side quest. I really like the Shion's Diary editions. Oh geez, it's very cute. We meet again at last. I'm so happy. I was scared to come see you since I heard there were Renans in Pelagian. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Let's just enjoy our life as a family. Yay, reunited! Woo, go you! Okay, we're off to Vicent to try and find Gourdeno. You know, in the home of the vaunted beef stew that takes 8 hours to... No, 5 hours to cook, sorry. Not quite as long as 8 hours. It's a slow cooker recipe.
Quite the little adventure we went on.
Oh, this is such a fun side quest. Also, Gourdeno is about to speak with a voice that isn't mine, so I apologize. My voice for him is quite different from how he actually sounds. I don't know, I like the way he's voiced, but I got so used to my own voice for him. This is weird.
Oh, look who it is. What can I do for you? Got more questions about gastronomy? An auspicious food for weddings that both Denons and Renans enjoy. I know a few things that fit the bill.
Okay, so are any of them something that, she likes?
Huh? What was that? Speak up!
Well, it's, Shion. I need something Shion likes.
Wow! What are you so angry about? What did I do?
You didn't do anything wrong, Gourdeno. Shion's name just kinda came to mind. Just leave it at that.
Well, I've got no idea what's going on. But I know just the thing for that young woman who's always hungry.
Oh, come on, just say it already!
Danons love it, Renans love it. That young woman who is always hungry does too. And it's auspicious. Boss Fish checks all the boxes. In the gastronomy world, they say that if you eat a boss fish at a special occasion, your family will be bestowed with safety.
I didn't know there were legends like that in gastronomy. But it sounds like boss fish is perfect. We'll scrounge some up.
Oh, it won't be that easy. Boss fish are hard to find. However, if you aren't able to pass this test, you won't get my blessing to marry my daughter.
But who said anything about marrying your daughter? I don't need your blessing.
Obviously, I'm joking. I don't have a daughter, but I've always wanted to say that. At any rate, I'm not kidding about boss fish. Good luck getting your hands on some. You'll need it.
I love Gourdeno so much, oh my god.
Sorry it's taken so long, but we're finally nearing the end of our ingredient search.
Don't get careless now. We need to save our strength for the battle with the boss fish.
Wow, she's really into this.
To think, the day would come where I face down a boss fish. This is so exciting.
Kisara, I love you so much. That was so cute. She has fought boss fishes before, but, well, fished. So because we need to fish, I decided to go and collect the DLC fishing materials. Which are they're at the bottom. Yeah, I didn't grab the rest of the stuff just yet. I was like, I'll just grab what I need, which is the fishing materials. How could I not find it? Jeez, it's right there. What up? What up? There you go, that one. They're right there. So I decided I would just pick up the things that I needed. So I would pick up the rod that I needed, which is the tenebrae, and some lures. But you might have just noticed there I accidentally leveled up as well. I accidentally collected 5 level up, which I didn't mean to. In fact, what's the 8 for? Well, yeah, no, I accidentally leveled up. Oops. It's my bad. I didn't realize it at the time. I realized it, like, in the next episode or the one after. Yeah, so that's fun. This is a really awkward way of picking things up, huh? My whole thing about doing it this way was so that I didn't get the level up. And then I accidentally got the level up anyway. In fact, did I also get the 100,000 gold there? Jeez. I didn't need either of those. Well, anyway. We're gonna go and find a boss fish. So I think I first decided to check in Niez. No, in the Edan Lake, sorry. Because I know that there's a fishing spot there. Spoiler, there's no boss fish in that fishing spot, but we're gonna go and check it anyway. And then afterwards we'll go somewhere that actually does have a boss fish.
We've reached our destination.
So while I'm doing that, I suppose. This is such a cute side quest. I really love the wedding side quest, especially with Alvin and Law being such himbos about the whole thing. Alvin really doesn't want people to know that it's Shion he's thinking of, even though it's obvious. It's so obvious. Oh man, one day he'll be honest
Wouldn't
with
it
himself.
be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish.
And Law helping him out is also quite cute because he doesn't know that much about weddings himself, obviously. But he knows about food. He enjoys food. And I love that everyone they come across is just like, you're going to get married? Oh, you're not. Okay. Oh well, I'm a bit disappointed though. Oh, it's such a cute side quest. I do like that they added this in. Anyway, we're heading to the Neveria Snow Plains because
finally
there is a
If
fishing
only we
spot
could
here
have flown with the wind to get here faster.
where we can fish up the armored sturgeon, which is a boss fish. Yeah, fishing is fun. I hadn't fished at all in the DLC until this point, so
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah. Ah, good idea.
you know, it's a good thing that they're gonna have a lot of food at their wedding, probably. Lots of auspicious foods. We're getting so much world building
You're
about
still
weddings
not
and
done
stuff as
fishing
well.
yet? Boring.
You need patience
to fish. Yeah, no, it's really sweet that they put in so much detail about the weddings and stuff. And I'm guessing that there are different Renin and Danin traditions that they could follow, like especially with what like they were asking about Renin foods especially as well. You know,
This feels like a big one.
something that Alpha would absolutely ask about if his partner was not a Renin. Oh. But no, it's cool that they put so much detail into the game and into the world building. It's so fun. Also boss fish. Listen, the fishing is still pretty easy, okay? I enjoy it. If you got the right equipment for it anyway, it's so easy to get a boss fish. Oh man. Yeah, this has been a fun episode. Lots of good side quests. We got it.
This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
That's not a Zoogle, right?
It almost looks like one, but no, it's a fish. And we're done.
So this is the boss fish? Nice!
Let's deliver it to Gourdeno.
Hey, it's that ingredient.
Yeah, the one for that recipe.
Yeah, we could have...
Always have an eye for food.
We could have just bought the boss fish at the Owl Forest, but I didn't want to spend more money on a side quest when I know I can fish, so I just used the DLC instead. Jeez. Nazamil alone. Where is she? Is she okay? We're back to Gourdeno. Also,
I finally made it.
Gourdeno being like, I won't give you my blessing to marry my daughter is so funny. Like, he makes me smile so much. He's so good. Like, legit, my favorite character in this game is freaking Gourdeno.
Oh, there's no mistaking it. That's a boss fish for sure. It must have been quite the trial to get this. But hospitality would be meaningless if it were easy, now wouldn't it? You've done well, son. Okay, I'll allow you to marry her. But I won't forgive you if you make my daughter unhappy.
Not this again.
Jokes aside, if you can get your hands on boss fish, then you should be able to get any ingredients you need.
Thanks. I think it's fair to say we've perfectly understood how to gather what we need.
We learned about wedding dishes and how to gather the ingredients. So you must be satisfied now, right, Alfin?
Indeed. I owe you my thanks as well, Law.
If you ever need more advice about the menu for your wedding, don't hesitate to come see your friend Gourdeno. Regardless, my fabulous recipe deserves a name. Absolutely exquisite! I'm in heaven. Harmonized!
I hope someday she'll be on board with making the menu too, Alfin. I'm sure she, or your partner, will be happy with anything Gourdeno cooks.
Something my partner will enjoy. I need to think about that, too.
Hmm? Something bothering you?
No, it's just... everyone we've talked to has mentioned the same thing. My ultimate goal is to learn more about weddings and marriage. That hasn't changed. But Kagari and Notio said that isn't enough, and that I have to think more about my partner.
Right, that's why we looked into Bossfish. Isn't that enough?
Maybe, but I don't know if it counts as taking my partner into consideration. I'll have to give it some more thought.
Shion's diary has been added. A feast of blessings. Yeah, take your partner into consideration if you're getting married.
I've learned a lot about ingredients and cooking.
Let me know the next time you're having trouble. I'll be glad to help.
Thanks. I appreciate the offer.
No problem. Leave it all to me.
I love them. They're so good.
Y'all hear about dishes for a wedding? I'm working on a few things right now. When the day comes, I'll make something that'll satisfy that young woman who is always hungry. And all your guests.
Gourdeno, I love you. Bless you. You're getting all of the invitations to all of the weddings ever. Oh, he's so good. Okay, we're gonna read Shion's diary? I believe we are. Yep, here we go. Staying with Gourdeno? I ran into the old foodie and he said something confusing. If I ever had a daughter, she'd be like you. If you end up in a different situation and things get rough, you can always come home. He's been wandering around on a journey, hasn't he? So what does he mean, come back home? And why would I go to him anyway? I have no idea what he was trying to say. Maybe the reason he talked to me like that is because everyone already knows about my secret. It would be horrible if everyone turned against me for it. If that happens, then maybe going to stay with him isn't a bad option. No, that'd be awful. Shion, what are you hiding? Are you okay? Oh, I do find it very funny that she's getting adopted by Gourdeno, though. It's very cute. Anyway, there's no more new side quests. We finished all the ones that we had open. So, it's about time to end off this long episode. So next time we're going to go ahead and do some plot in the Shinefall Woods. We'll actually go through the mausoleum properly. And you'll have me of the time I was recording this back.
Finally.
Which is very nice.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
But for now, we're going to end off, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to let me know down below what you thought of everything that happened in this episode here today, including so many side quests, plus a little bit of plot. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, again, next time we'll try and do a little bit of plot, see how far we can get with that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. By which I mean I'm looking forward to editing it again, I suppose, and sharing it, because I have already seen it myself. So I hope you all look forward to it too. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you have a great day, night, or whatever the time it is for you. And I shall see you next time.